You are maybe just wrapping up at your workplace as well, gearing up to brave that long, exhausting bumper-to-bumper crawl back home. But before you take that very familiar, painful traffic road to your house back, factor this. A new 5-year study says that your evening commute is delivering the worst lung damage of the entire year. That's right. Not the winter smog, not crop burning season, but your daily almost 5:30 to 8:30 and then beyond drive home is the one that's causing maximum damage to your body. Now, how did the researchers find this study? Now, they found that evening commuters inhale about 40% more PM2.5 and 23% more PM10 than, say, the morning travelers. And remember, the smallest particles, PM2.5 and below, are the most dangerous of all. It does permanent damage, it enters your blood veins. I mean, there's just no going back from there. They slip deep into the lungs, enter the bloodstream, fuel heart diseases, strokes, cancers. And here's the terrifying part. They can stay in your body for years. Air pollution, remember, also accounted for 15% of all deaths in Delhi last year. And this study shows that the evening commute of Delhiites has been a major driver of that health burden as well. Yes, wearing masks helps. Portable air purifiers, they also help. But these are stopgap arrangements, band-aids on a gaping wound. The capital's real need at the moment, or perhaps 60% of the country's real need at the moment, is urgent, sustained action to cut vehicular emissions. Because if that simple act of going home is becoming a daily assault on your body, on your lungs, what more evidence do we really need to finally treat this like a health emergency that it is? But talking about, being in the car in the evenings, which I'm sure a lot of us, our viewers, are going to be in as we speak, we found out that there is a way to keep you safe inside your car. We also, like we keep saying on the program, offer solutions as well. So this is one such solution to tell you how, if you have no option, but to be stuck in one of those cars over there in traffic for almost 2 to 3 hours every day, what can you do with your car? And even if you're taking a cab, what precautions can you take? Take a look.
By now, if you've been listening to the experts and not just the internet, you already know that vehicular pollution is the leading cause of toxic air in Delhi and in other metros as well. But most of us do this. We get inside our cars and we take off our mask, thinking that somehow pollution won't get inside. In this video, we are going to tell you why that's not the case and why air purification inside your car, in which you spend 2 to 4 hours sometimes in a day, is perhaps the most underrated issue in urban India. First up, understand that exhaust fumes like NO2, carbon monoxide and fine particles from other cars, trucks and buses all around you enter your car. A simple window does not block it. Your car is not airtight. The goal is to make it airtight for purification to happen. Let's get into how. The first thing, to make your car airtight and thus air purified, you have to ensure that the car air circulation button is on. Let's show you where that is. It's this little thing right here. If you press it, then the air inside the car keeps circulating and it blocks any outside air from entering. This is a simple tool, especially for those who are taking cabs. Number 2, most common cars have built-in clean air option. But remember, they were not designed for AQI going up to 800 to 1000. They do not, in most cases, filter PM2.5 or PM1. So what you have to ensure is that your car has a HEPA filter 13 or anything above. Without HEPA filter 13 or above, your PM2.5, PM1 do not get blocked and it's not giving you clean air. Now, if your car does not have an inbuilt HEPA 13 or anything above, what you need is an attachment or an external air purifier to be added to your car. But remember, these are small devices. Don't look for a cheap one and a small one. It has to match the capacity and the volume of the car. The cabin size has to match your air purifier. Match those details before buying. If all of this is too much for you, too many gadgets, or you're perhaps one of those who's constantly in and out of cabs, your best friend still is the very cheap and affordable N95 or N99 mask. But that's as long as you remember to wear it.
All right, a quick sort of a disclaimer over there. You want to make your car airtight, but not in the long run, because that can lead to a lot of carbon dioxide and carbon monoxide sort of being inside the car, trapping, and it can take away lives as well. This is for that period where you are stuck in traffic and you don't want combustion to enter. So remember that and do. The reality of the times we stay in, we have to get air purifiers for your car if you can. Let me welcome our guest at this point. Joining me is Mr. Devibhaktuni. He's engineering and public health researcher. Also with me is Dr. M. Wali. Dr. Srikrishna, let me sort of come to you first. I want to understand the entire concept of evening pollution being higher than morning hours, because the same number of people are actually on the road, right? The same number of cars as well. Is it the concentration of a particular time period that is causing it? Is it the temperature? Is it the time of the day? What's leading to more air pollution in the evening hours compared to the rest of the day?
That's an excellent question, and I think all of those factors are definitely playing a role. I would not venture to say that we know for sure what the reason is, but certainly the weather and the concentration of at the rush hour time is the biggest factor.
All right, rush hour time is a factor. Yeah, okay. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, and that will, you know, when all the cars are on the road and, you know, there's so much emissions, it's going to cause a you know, significant increase in the overall concentration. And so that is actually a big factor.
Right. We just played out a report as well to sort of showcase to people what they can do. Do you think there are other ways in which one can stay safe in the car? Because if you live in an Indian metro, you don't have an option. The connectivity through public transport isn't that good that everybody can jump on a metro or a bus or a cab, right? And not everybody carpools because last mile connectivity, again, isn't so great. So in a situation like this, what do you recommend people do, apart from, of course, stay at home and work from home?
Yeah, I think you did a really good job of explaining the different options. The mask is certainly the first line of defense, but you cannot always wear the mask. A good mask, an N95 mask with the head straps is very important to keep a seal. And the second thing I think you mentioned is the recirculating the air that works for short periods of time. And so putting it on recirculation reduces the amount of air that's coming in. But it doesn't make that much a difference unless you actually filter the air. So you need to clean the air that's inside the cabin. And so think of the cabin as about 100 to 200 cubic feet volume. And once we close the windows, there will be some leak that'll come in. Even when you press recirculate, there'll still be some particles leaking in, maybe less than you turn it off. And so the same thing happens on airplanes as well. They have leaks. And so on airplanes, the way they solve this problem is it's called bleed air on airplanes, and they basically they recirculate the air and they have HEPA filters running at 12 air changes per hour. So that 12 air changes per hour, I measured this on 3 different wide-body jets. And what it does is it rapidly reduces the particle counts that are in the confined area. And to replicate that, you would need about 20 to 40 cubic feet per minute of clean airflow from, and that's in metric units, that's about 30 to 60 cubic meters per hour. And to get that, you could use battery-powered air purifiers like this. You probably need about 2 to 3 of these things for a small compact car, or maybe you need proportional to the volume. But basically, you have to add those to the interior of the car on full speed.
But my problem with the car air purifiers is that a lot of times they don't display the AQI number. So you don't really know
Yeah.
when it's going up or down because they're small in quantity, and also, you know, a lot of them that you get on, say, a lot of these quick commerce websites are not really reliable. They don't really have HEPA 13, which is the requirement at this point. But let me bring in Dr. Wali at this point. Dr. Wali, who would have thought that first you need an air purifier for your house, then you need one for your office, then in those 2 hours of horrid traffic that you need one there as well. We should all just put on a mask, I think, and just put, align ourselves in an oxygen machine, because that's the only way. There doesn't seem to be any escape from this air pollution. Like I keep saying, these are just band-aid solutions. Aren't you like fed up with the government who's not even looking at it as a problem, forget solving it?
I first compliment you for making an excellent point and making an excellent research, and to your channel, you are bringing in this concept for the first time. I've been speaking on pollution for last 2 months. This is happening because we are not stopping pollution, our bad habits. And I would add to what you have described very correctly that car tires also, when they roll on the road, they bring out those smaller particles which you are talking in a great number. A car tires get worn off by 1.5 kg in 3 years, and one flight takeoff leaves 1 kg of the fine particles, and one landing gives in the air 2 kilos of fine particles that we call less than PM 2.5. So now we are very happy. I'm very happy that we are talking about micro fine particles. You see, air you cannot compartmentalize. Car air, outside the car air, house air, roof air, veranda air, outside the road air. You see, air is a continuous layer. It is a stratosphere, atmosphere. These layers are continuous layers. And I tell you, this is going to be a very big problem for our children who are growing, for our elders who are dying early, both of them. And imagine my daughter.
Well, we really
saying,
hope.
Yeah.
We really hope the government is listening to all of these, because we are not falling short of air pollution stories and angles and fallouts really cover here on the program. We really hope when the parliament is dedicating so much of time to discuss other reforms, why isn't air pollution a priority? Dr. Wali there and Dr. Srikrishna, thank you so much for joining. Sadly, that's all the time we have on the program today. Thanks so much. We'll see you again tomorrow, 5 o'clock. Bye-bye.